Okay, it's time to tell another story. In this story, I'm going to be brutally honest, and some may judge me for what I did, but I'm going to tell it anyway. It was a long time ago, so I think the statute of limitations has run out. Doesn't mean I can't still be judged, though, I guess, but anyway, there's a moral to this story, too, which I'll get to at the end of it. Okay, this is going back now to around 1986. It was a New Year's Eve party. I was around 18 years old, 17, 18 years old. So, of course, I was a young guy. And you know what young guys are like, especially with females. I've had that beaten out of me since then, I'll tell you, in a big way. Women have never really cared for me much. And, well, I'm at the point where I'm just done. That's all. And I'm not so sure I care for them, really, at this point. I definitely don't need all the drama and the trouble that goes with that sort of thing, so I guess as you get older, you learn. But anyway, getting back to the story, I hadn't given up yet in 1986. I was still young and naive, and, well, I guess figured that things could go well somehow. You learn. You live and you learn. Anyway, what happened was I was at a New Year's Eve party. I'm pretty sure it was New Year's Eve 1986, but don't quote me, but I believe it was. It was a house party in my hometown. Lots of people there. It was actually a lot of fun. Um, just hanging with all the people that I knew, people I grew up with, and everything. Anyway, there was a girl there. And of course, I noticed her right away. She was quite beautiful. Of course, I didn't really think I'd stand a chance with a girl like that. I wasn't that delusional or that filled with hope. But still, even if you don't think you stand a chance, you know how it goes. You may not be able to afford to eat in the restaurant, but that doesn't stop you from staring through the window and envying those who can. And that's pretty much how I was. Anyway, this girl, she was kind of making her way around the party, and I knew her. I knew her at least to know who she was, but I didn't know her well. I wasn't really acquainted with her or anything. I just knew her because it was a small town, and everybody knew everybody. I think everybody was related to everybody out somehow. If you traced it back, probably they were. Anyway, maybe that doesn't sound all that good considering what I was hoping for, but anyway, it ended up, she came over and she sat with me. And she was being quite pleasant, quite nice. In fact, I would even say a little flirtatious. And I won't say the girl's full name, but her first name was Andrea. Andrea, that was her first name. So Andrea sat down beside me there, and she was chatting away to me and stuff, and being quite nice, and even what I interpreted at least as flirtatious. And I thought, hey, maybe I stand a chance here. So she was telling me her plans and everything, what she planned to do with her life, basically, because, of course, we were all at that age where we were seriously thinking about these things. And she said she was going to go to university. She was going to become a psychologist. Now, of course, at that time, I had had a lot of bad experiences with psychology and with psychologists, and I wasn't a big fan. I really wasn't. I'm still not that big a fan, really, although I've moderated my position a little bit as I've matured. I've discovered that, it isn't all negative, although I still don't really care for it. And personally, I don't want any part of it because I had bad experiences when I was young. But anyway, I'm going to run out of video now. It just informed me I'm going to run out of video, so I'll continue the story anyway in a minute here.